MotoGP kicks into gear for round 2 of the 2025 season. We're here at the Termas de Rio Hondo circuit, ready to go for what is going to be a fascinating second round of the 2025 campaign. Let's head down to Prix ceremonies.
Fans here today, 208,000 across the weekend, and we've just bumped into our favourite team boss, Uccio Salucci. We've talked about your boys this weekend. This morning, Marco Bezzecchi didn't know what tyre to go with. Can you tell us the plan for the race, please?
Okay, ciao to everybody. Yes, the plan for the race, we put M front tyre and soft rear. We are maybe just our two Ducatis, we use S. But Di San Antonio have a lot of more feeling with S and also Morbidelli. About maybe the last 5 or 6 laps is not easy because especially the left maybe start to have some spin. But our engineer says good, the S. The rider will say is good, and we start with S.
I mean, they train at the ranch, so they're used to spinning,
exactly,
aren't they?
Exactly. Yes, ranch experience.
Exactly. What would be a good result for them?
With Di San Antonio, it's possible fight for the podium for me because he have a very, very good rhythm. Also, this morning, unfortunately, crash, he lose a little bit feeling, but he have the rhythm for stay in the top.
And Frankie, we heard, is it feeling too well today? What's going on there?
Yeah, yesterday Frankie have a pain.
Headache.
Yes, exactly. Because I don't know why. He slept very well yesterday night, and now he have the good shape. But he don't have. We need 2 tenths more for stay in the top, and here unfortunately we don't have. We have for fight for the 5th position with Franco.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much for your time. Cheers, Uccio. Good luck for this one. Yeah, obviously Marco Bezzecchi won here a couple of years ago, but on a different bike in a different scenario. What do you reckon to the soft rears then?
That's a big risk.
I know.
Basically, it sounds like, if I heard him correctly, he's that's like the other Ducatis are going to go probably more medium, which would make sense. I think they're going for the safer option. They're going for a gamble. They've nothing to lose. You might as well do. Sometimes it's worth taking that risk, isn't it?
Well, exactly. Let's very quickly hear from Gino Borsoi.
Well, Gino, let's start with Miguel, because I think Miguel must be one of the most unluckiest riders on the grid. Collected again, out injured. What update can you give us?
Well, at the moment I have not much more update compared to yesterday. What I know, because this morning I had a chat with him before fly back to Portugal. The feeling was not so nice, honestly speaking. The pain was bigger than yesterday, so let's see tomorrow when he come back, he have a check with the doctor.
In terms of Jack, 13th on the grid, but it sounds as though he could probably do more than what he's shown this weekend. Is that fair?
Well, honestly speaking, I think we had another really lucky qualifying yesterday because his speed was a bit better compared to the position that we have right now. I think in pace we are not too bad. Of course, when you start from the back, it's difficult to recover a lot of those positions, especially in MotoGP here, and we miss a bit of speed, so overtake the other rider could be difficult, but let's see.
Thanks, Gino.
Thank you.
Well, you've got yourself a grandstand seat here. We're right at the front of the grid. There is your man in pole position as we're starting to hear what tyres they're going to use. Let's get the inside line now. Michael's got the info.
As this track's evolved throughout the weekend, tyres have changed, and it's been a hot topic of conversation. The front, everyone's going for the medium. We won't have pressure issues like we've seen in Thailand, but the rear is going to be the critical one. Pretty much everyone going for the medium rear. We know that Johan Zarco, Pedro Acosta, they prefer the medium rear. It could give them an advantage. I'm surprised to see Digi's gone for the soft rear. That will take a little bit of managing towards the end. Piero Taramasso said it's actually not too bad. The tyres do hold out pretty good, but you need to be a little bit careful on the left side not to overheat it. Bezzecchi didn't go for the soft rear. I spoke to Paolo Venora. He liked it, but today he thinks having the stability of the medium and the consumption towards the end is probably going to be better off.
Thank you, Michael. So here we go again then. The same 1-2 they qualified as Thailand. Back-to-back pole positions then for him. Marc Marquez, the 8-time world champion. And it looked yesterday as though Alex was a little bit closer in terms of race pace, and there he goes. And then they both really have dominated the weekend, both Alex and Mark, but there's definitely riders in the mix, including this man flying the flag for Honda, Johan Zarco, and he's about to get on his bike there. What can he do from third? He didn't quite have enough yesterday to catch Pecco Bagnaia, who achieved his best result at this circuit. But also in the hunt, Pedro Acosta behind him, Digi also on the second row. And don't forget your 2023 winner, Marco Bezzecchi. We just spoke to Uccio Salucci about his VR46 boys, but this is the scene here in Argentina then. Expect an expressive and explosive 25 laps around here, because this is our final tango in Argentina. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Argentinian Grand Prix. This is MotoGP.
All set to go for MotoGP in 2025 at the Termas de Rio Hondo circuit here in Argentina. Round 2 of the season, and this is how they line up on the grid. Alex Marquez in second position, once again behind brother Marc Marquez. The same front two as we had in Thailand. Johan Zarco is third, Bagnaia fourth with Pedro Acosta fifth, Fabio Di Giannantonio goes sixth. It's seventh for Fabio Quartararo, 8th Franco Morbidelli, 9th Marco Bezzecchi, 10th for Juan Mir with Brad Binder in 11th, and Alex Rins is in 12th. 13th for Jack Miller, 14th on the grid for Fermin Ardeguer, 15th for Ayagura, 16th for Luca Marini. It's 17th for Raul Fernandez, Somkat Chantra's 18th, 19th for Maverick Vinales, and Ea Bassini's 20th. Miguel Oliveira 21st, and Lorenzo Salvadori's in 22nd. In what could be the last ever race here at Termas, 208,979 fans make their way into this circuit. Let's see what we've got to offer. Alongside me in the commentary box returning is Megan Birch after missing the sprint yesterday. Let me catch you up, Megan. It was basically Thailand Part 3. Exactly the same result.
I hope Chantra has a better day today. And can we turn this down a bit?
Oh, sorry, yeah. Go on.
I'm always hearing myself double nowadays.
Still got your laptop rigged up.
You're very lucky that I had to buy another one.
Otherwise this morning wouldn't have happened.
Exactly. Think about it. Things work out in mysterious ways. If that hadn't have started acting up and then you fixed that after I'd bought another one.
Yeah. And now it looks like I've got to buy a similar one.
Yeah.
I think I'll go for tea or blue so that you can use it if you like it.
Go with whatever colour you like. You can even go with the same one. I'll just put a sticker on mine.
No, I'll put a sticker on mine, the JBMotorsports, because it'll become the commentary one in here as we come through. Megan, what have you made of this race this season so far? What are you expecting today?
Predictable.
Predictable as ever.
Yes, but I'm hoping for a tiny bit of rain. I mean, rain has been the prominent thing today in motorsport.
Yeah, it's still coming. Track temperature at the moment is
what was that?
at 35 degrees. Air temperature 26. It's one of those wide strips.
Yeah, but also, do you see that?
No.
That was Quartararo getting annoyed. Going into, I think it was the second to last corner, and I think he had to go wide because they were about to cut into him.
New device for you to take a look at on the screen, the grid progression. So you'll see how many riders going up and down throughout the race. We've added that. into the broadcast as well. We hope you enjoy it. Red lights end, getting ready for the race start. It is going to be dramatic. All set then in Argentina with 5 lights ahead of the riders and pull the throttle back and absolutely going nowhere. In the middle of the pack was Alex Rins. He's going to drop back. Brilliant from Alex Marquez though into the first corner. Mike's still going to have a big one there. Quattararo going wide and an Aprilia rolling in the gravel trap, and that's Marco Bezzecchi.
Well, if you want to see an imitation of an animal doing a roly-poly, look no further.
That was a biggie. I hope he's okay. He did about 7 barrel rolls. Quattararo was involved in that one as well. He's okay. Marco Bezzecchi and Johan Zarco running to go. Bagnaia gets ahead of Zarco as well. Coming through, Bezzecchi, I'm being told, is dazed, but he's getting up with help of the marshals as we come down towards turn number 4. And Bagnaia is going on the inside. And now he's done playing the second fiddle as Alex comes back on the inside. Robin is racing. Alex back to second and Zarco's going back. Zarco's going for the attack as they come through. The race will stay green as it goes on. Marquez, Alex Marquez, Zarco then ahead of Bagnaia as we come into the braking zone now for turn number 6.
Let me tell you what Bezzecchi looked like when he was rolling through the gravel. I mean, his bike was doing that, but he was rolling sideways, but he kind of reminded me of either an armadillo or a hedgehog rolling.
Yeah, I'd love to see a replay of that when we get down to it, but look at that.
How many spins did he do?
Bagnaia's got, I think it was 7 I counted. Yeah. Bagnaia's still in contention though. He's in there with, he's got to jump ahead of Zarco. Zarco's moving everywhere. There's Feldman Aldeguer. His long lap penalty being confirmed then after what we saw yesterday in the Tissot sprint. Now, look at this. They've got visor strips everywhere on the racing line.
They couldn't do this in a pit lane, could they?
No, Bindu and Acosta running together, the 2 KTMs, so that's still good. Chaos in the front so far at the end of lap 1. Mark leads, and there's a rain cloud slowly coming over the circuit then here at the circuit.
Suddenly Bezzecchi isn't feeling so bad about being out.
Yeah, fancy Aprilia just can't catch a break, says Sean. Ericsson super sharp. I'd love to see a replay because Quattararo's dropped 12 places, and there's the 2 Mark VDSs. Morbidelli getting ahead of Digi and Binder following suit and Acosta. No.
Digi drops back 1 position because of that.
Yeah, so 2 places actually as well. Bastianini's ahead of Ralph Fernandez at 13, so Digi's got a big loss there. Morbidelli, big gain. He went up a couple of places.
This team suits him now.
No further action taken between Bezzecchi and Quattararo. The stewards have reviewed it after. I would love to see a replay of it before we can pass judgment ourselves.
So would I. I just want to count how many rolls he did.
I swear it was 7 coming through as well. Zarco to the inside line of Bagnaia down to turn 6. Mia's going for a move on the inside. Well, correction. Mia's going for a move on the outside of Acosta. Hasn't worked out, but I respect the commitment. Zarco's through on Bagnaia. Bagnaia's got the switch back into turn 8, and he's got through. Bastianini's crashed. Bastianini then will
I'm praying
go down
that's
the
just
order.
a transponder.
No, he's crashed out.
Yep, it is.
I haven't seen where he is.
He is crashed.
Well, there he is. So now it looks like they can't catch a break. Yellow sectors 3 and 4.
Oh, he's rejoined.
So he's just dropped the front. Look, you can see
there he is.
So that's a quick down, quick up, and kept the throttle in through
didn't even
turn
need
13. No, he didn't. Into turn 14 then as well. The last corner. Zarco's lining up Bagnaia quite well here.
He is, and it's okay. Left or right? What do you think?
Right, has to be.
Yeah.
Acosta thought about a move on D'Antonio. Mia's just behind him. Great stuff from Honda here. This circuit just seems to suit them a bit better.
Which is surprising. I'm still angry at Honda. It's been how many years?
7, 8.
7, 8. Still angry. I wonder if Alonso's still angry.
Can't be that angry. He's rejoining them next year, remember, because Aston Martin become Honda.
True.
So they can't be that mad. There's a replay, Megan, of what happened to him. Bastianini went wide at turn 8, the trail braked in and just got on the grass and dropped it as Morbidelli goes to the inside of Zarco. That's very late. Zarco saw him coming, leaves him plenty of room. But that was a dive bomb for Morbidelli.
What did someone put in Morbidelli's drink today? Red Bull?
Either that or Valet serum.
Yeah.
Up the inside, there we see, that's Ayagura trying to have a look at the inside of Juan Mir for 9th place, and Brothers Grimm again having a battle because Marquez and Alex Marquez are battling for the first time. Alex said yesterday you can have that one as a freebie in the Grand Prix when the big bucks are on. He's not going to play favourites. He is going to attack Mark with everything he's got. This is a World Championship being decided by 2 brothers.
if you watch deep down, this battle here is just because Alex is still angry that Mark took his action there. Come back here. Where did you put it?
Take a look at the start then, Megs.
It was 30 years ago almost.
Just not getting going at the back there. Who was it? Was that? Suncat Chan not be back.
Yeah, it would have
Quartararo
been.
had a terrible Oh!
Ooh.
Okay,
Look.
looking at that angle, why didn't Quartararo get a penalty? He completely
What?
chopped the front.
Ah.
Look, here we go. Look, Quartararo comes in. Oh, okay, looking at that.
Yeah.
From one angle, it looks like Quartararo turned in on him and blocked him. But for the angle we're going to see now with Marco Bezzecchi, he's already made the mistake.
Did not estimate correctly.
Yeah, he's the one who's hit Quartararo.
Yeah.
That's the tale of two different angles, tell two different stories.
How did Quartararo
Not
not
go down.
go down?
9 times out of 10, you do go down.
He didn't even, the bike didn't even move.
Alex leads. Alex Marquez has taken the lead of the race. He's gone round the outside,
He's found the action man.
down into turn 4, and he's got him. Now, is this Mark doing what he did in Thailand of just dropping back to continue for the tyre pressures?
I don't know. Is this going to be continuous? Did he do this in a sprint?
He did not. No. Throughout all of it, Mark just stayed out front. Oh, hello. This has come out of nowhere. Morbidelli's jumped out of Bagnaia. And now Zarco's coming through. Morbidelli's onto the podium on a 24 bike.
And suddenly everyone's feeling just that little bit nervous. Fernandez long lap penalty.
Wow.
And Aldeguer must be pack racing because he's just gone down a couple.
It wasn't tyre wear. Mark made a mistake into turn 1. He braked too late. And Alex just got him.
One mistake and your siblings just caught on right there.
I know the feeling. Forget these two battling for the World Championship. We're battling for airtime here in the golf spot.
So,
right, Marquez, 1:38.668. He's got the fastest lap of the race so far. Davide Tartozzi watching on, and now he doesn't know what to do. Megan.
irresponsible riding for Ralph Fernandez. And also Aldeguer completed his long lap penalty.
Now, did he take out an Air Bastianini? That would be quite comical.
Probably. Let's see a replay of Bastianini.
Yeah, another big replay, please. That would be appreciated here from the stewards. What a great rate. Long lap penalty for Ralph Fernandez causing a crash. He did. Yeah, that's why Bastianini fell. Simon's just text. Yeah. Stewards, long lap penalty causing a crash. Yeah, so Ralph did cause the accident with...
Bad Ralph.
Yeah, and Miller's past Marini.
They're having a little battle at the moment, I see.
Lap 5 of 25. After this, please do join us for the NASCAR, the Las Vegas race, as Christopher Bell tries to go for 4 race victories in a row.
Ralph Fernandez taking his long lap penalty.
Can you hear the background?
Yep.
Mark. They're chanting him. They love him here.
They should say Marquez, and then another side of them say Marquez, like what we said last week.
Yeah.
With the Simpson thing.
Yeah. What was it? Alex. Kill Mark. Kill Mark.
Yeah.
Mark, kill Mark. Yeah, it's like it's the two sides like the Bart and Lisa rivalry. That's exactly what we're going to be calling it all season long, actually, between these two.
Which is an episode I recommend highly because I always find it so hilarious.
1:38.587 for Alex Marquez. He's setting fastest laps. He was doing that before he got the lead. The gap to Mark is half a second as Ayagua and Juan Mir battling still. The Trackhouse, unmistakable in the Gulf livery, catching the Castrol livery. So it's Gulf versus Castrol. Battle of the oil suppliers.
Woohoo! What did Maggie ever do? Little does he know how much Maggie actually does.
Yeah. Little do we know how much Ayagua does. Remember, he was fourth? Was he fifth in Thailand?
Yeah.
4th in the sprint, and he's going for it again for 8th place on the inside.
A lot of rookies are having their first race being 5th.
Go, Brayton in! Ayagua's got him! Up to 8th place.
Dangerous leaning.
Yeah, it was literally on the limit there, was it? About 59, 60. If you go to 65, you're down.
Yeah. Have you noticed the redness?
Yeah, down for 339 kilometres to 74 kilometres an hour, down into the braking zone for turn 4. It's a 0.669 back straight. Oh, and Marini, well, that's Mia trying to go around.
Miller passes Marini.
Yeah, that was it, thank you. As Mia tries to repass Ayagua, almost gets taken by Acosta. The battle for 8, 9 and 10 still good, but Vinales has got the last points paying position right now on the other rider side of KTM. And what is going on? They're all over the shop for this battle here as Acosta sends it up the inside. Mia says, okay, but I don't know what you're going to gain from that because next up it's turn 1 and that's where I'm superior. He pulls to the outside. Blocked. I can't get him here. Aguirre gained 7 places at the start, yeah.
Which is impressive.
Bagnaia still in 4th, by the way. Binder's up 5, Aguirre up 7. Quadraro down 9, though. Well, he had the terrible start, didn't he? With the contact.
Yeah, Quattarara's having a great day.
Surprised by Ritten's actually up 1, because I think he jumped, just not the best getaway.
Well, there was a crash, so
that's true. It sort of slipped back through on the inside line.
It was gifted to him.
Lee says, thanks, Franco, for keeping Pecco there as well. BVG says, loving the great commentary. Thank you for that. He's loving it. And long lap penalty for Raul was earlier on in the race as well. Now, the last time we raced here, Marco Bezzecchi actually won. So the race winner for 23 already out of the race. Johan Zarco finished 2nd here, and he's currently in 5th, doing a fantastic race for LCR. And it was Alex Marquez who finished 3rd in this one. So Alex now leading. Yeah, they're just rotating them slightly, aren't they?
Yeah. Also, have you noticed how the only people who have actually crashed so far in this race have the last name beginning with B?
Bastianini Bezzecchi, yeah. Doesn't go well for Bagnaia or Binder. At one point in the year in testing, we were calling it the BBB as well, of how many people were just improving. Eric says, I expect Alex Marquez or all the GP24 bags to drop off once the GP25 Aero as well package and GP25 engines get sorted out. I bet the summer break leaves the season for the GP24s in the dust. We've already had it confirmed because of the engine freeze now in place for 2 seasons that even though the GP25 has the Aero, they are using the GP24 engines for the next 2 years, so the engines are not going to change at all. They're now frozen in place.
Well, they're good engines.
The only thing that's going to change is the aerodynamics. So that's why Alex is keeping up to Mark, because effectively right now, they're the same bike.
Yeah.
But one's just called 25 Evo.
Right now, they're just in sync. Aldegar passes Miller.
Simon says KTM worried yesterday that their pace was going to have a big drop-off while the Hondas were expecting it to go the other way, and it is, as now Mark has gained 2 tenths and is now on the back of Alex and Morbidelli, 5 tenths behind Mark. These two squabble. Here comes Franco.
And down at the back, Aldegar's just been overtaken by Miller. It's just a battle between those 3 now, isn't it?
It always is. There is no GP25. There is a GP25, it's just the Evo. So there's still an Aero pack. So
it's like from F1 last year when they just delivered the same car from last year with one minor disagreement from what it was before.
Yeah, so it's a weird combo. We were talking about this in testing.
If they break, don't fix it.
Yeah, so they decided in testing that the whole package and the whole engine just wasn't working. So they stuck to last year's engine, but they kept this year's aerodynamic upgrades. So it's the same aero. It's different aero, but it's the same engine. So as it goes on, it's going to be different. So yeah, it's a really interesting thing. That's why Jorge Martin is probably kicking himself, because he left because he didn't want to ride Cassini or VR46, but he then has now been told that this is the same bike. So he's gone to Aprilia, out for 3 seasons, out for 3 races, possibly the whole season, and he's on a bike that isn't championship worthy. And yet, look at what Alex is doing now. He'll take the championship lead. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm worried that if Martin kicks himself, he'll just get more injured.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it's getting a bit dark out there. The one thing here as well, you just said, don't forget there's a lot of flies here at Termas, like a hell of a lot of flies.
So in reality, this isn't clouds, it's just a big swarm.
Actually, 1 year, we all thought it was going to rain. It turned out it was just a massive amount of flies in the region because a local swamp, and it was really hot. And all the flies was around the swamp. And then the next day it got really cloudy and all the flies came in. We thought it was raining, but it wasn't. It was flies.
If anything, I think that's worse.
Yeah, the riders came in just covered in guts. It was awful, absolutely awful. That was, I think, 2017? Around there. They all blur into one around here. But yeah.
I do not pity the person who had to clean one.
It was a really hot, muggy Friday, and then it threw it down on Saturday.
Well, I do pity the person. I do not envy the person, I mean.
Yeah, Eric says, yeah, I read that the E-throttle body to the GP25 was different than the GP24. The engine front sounds like the article's on. Yeah. Engine's the same. It's the aero that's different. Anyway. That you can clearly tell because we've got Ducati top 4. It's Zarco who's in 5th, who's having a little go, but he's dropped back a little bit now.
This is all very bright.
Do you want some shades?
No, I'll be fine.
I would turn the main lights out, but then we'll be commentating in the dark.
I am very sensitive to like light.
If you allow me to just pop over here, I can hand you a certain hat. That you can
Why
pop
is that
on.
under all there?
Because it is. Hasn't been brought in. Here you go. Help?
Yes, actually.
I know, that's why I have it in here. Battle for 7th.
It's keeping that away.
That's why I have it a lot. If I just put it on if that's annoying me at some point. The big stage like that just directly above us.
I feel like we need a curtain for it sometimes.
Plus, Lando won this morning, so there you go.
Yeah.
That's a race-worn Lando Norris hat. TV direction's a whole lot better today, says Simon. I agree, because we've got split-screening cameras and we're actually getting to see the action. This is a stunning Grand Prix. 16 laps remain then here.
I finally got it balanced correctly.
Well done. It's only taken you a season.
Yeah.
Alex is keeping the gap. Now, this is something that I always want to stress here. Do not forget that Alex Marquez himself is a 2-time motorcycle world champion. He is well and truly up there. But he's never won a Grand Prix. But he's won 2 sprint races.
Yes.
Malaysia and San Marino, I want to say. Off the top of my head, but we don't get that information for the sprint. We have to write it down ourselves and remember.
And you need something in the Christmas card this year.
Yes. Alex won this year. Mark is world champion, but here you go. Only disadvantage Alex has is tyre management. Mark is always fast towards the end of the race, yeah. As we said in Thailand, Megan, do you remember? It's classic Marc Marquez. He prefers to be the hunter rather than the hunted, and he likes to stalk the prey until the last moment. But the problem is, it doesn't work on Alex, because Alex knows
He's got
those
used
tricks.
to being the prey.
Yeah, but he knows those tricks. He knows his brother better than anybody in motorcycle racing. But then he probably... Oh, and I thought I was going to go a bit deep there. Prove me wrong.
The worst person you can go against in anything is your sibling.
There's Jules Marquez.
Currently in Alex's box today. He's just like, okay,
That's
so
'cause
whichever
that's
son
'cause he's
I go
leading.
the box of is a winner.
That's because he's leading. He'll probably run next door to Mark's box in a second as well. Keep it going.
Marcus, we've taken the lead. Right, gotta go. Gotta look like I was supporting the winner.
I say, just put him on the pit wall in a neutral position. Put him in the flag box. That's neutral then. Where else would you put the father of world champions?
Put him in corner 7.
Yeah, put him inside of turn 7. That'll work. Turn 7's a good one, actually. It's where the long lap penalty is. Use him as a target. Just put him in there, the long lap penalty.
Throw some gravel at those who have done well.
On board then with Pecco Bagnaia in 4th. Johan Zarco, who's P5 in 5, is trailing him in. This is a great result for Honda here. Either way, they've got their bike somewhat competitive again. And if only the factories were as fast as the secondary team, the satellite squad.
Oh, look.
Second times are really quick, aren't they?
The top 3 are doing reds.
Nearly halfway. 13 will be halfway of this race.
Why does Mark's look a different shade to everyone else's?
It does, doesn't it?
Is he that extra?
He's.
I cannot have the normal shade of red.
Yeah, it is different, isn't it? Oh, I think it's light, darker.
Okay, that makes me feel a bit better because honestly, I was worried that there must have been some sort of tantrum and he's the only one that can have a darker shade of red.
Timing screen was confusing even me there. Isn't it? It was just looking just slightly a bit foggy. Like a bit of a cloud cover coming out. Yeah, what's the weather saying? 68% chance of rain. Track temperature is at 34 degrees, air temperature 26. Wind is at 3 kilometres blowing in from the northeast.
Ooh.
JB says Mark isn't riding as he always does. hardly any sliding. He must remember his battle with Rossi here when his tyres gave up to the end. That was a good point, 2018. Sean says the last Morbidelli finish on the podium in a Grand Prix was round 4 in a ref in 2021. 3 Grand Prix wins. Last time he won, of course, was at Valencia in 2020. But that was a long time ago, as we point out. 5 years, 6 seasons now. My goodness me, it sneaks up on you quick, doesn't it? Halfway then in the MotoGP Argentine Grand Prix. And so far, a bit more interesting than Thailand. But we're in that sort of result.
Yeah.
It's tyre management now.
It's hope for the best.
A flag to flag would have been nice.
Then again, it might turn into a flag to flag. You never know.
There's Roman Abasani, the HRC technical expert. Sean in the pit lane. There's Mia could not get that bike stopped, could he? Into the braking zone.
Yeah.
It was very deep.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. It looks like he couldn't get the right angle as well.
It's that commentator next to John Watson looking at that as well. Watty as well as me, yeah. Not John Watson's in the show, John Watson.
I know.
Yeah, I'm glad you know who John Watson, yeah.
But it's hardly going to be John Watson.
I'm expecting you to call Yuki Aide an idiot in a minute. So I had to shout at the screen.
We're all idiots.
That 13. Watty's retired now, actually, from broadcasting. Pecco is really struggling. He really is. He's dropped massively now. He's into the clutches of back now by 0.3 of a second. Here, though. Oh, hello. That was Ayagura closing in the back of Digi, who's on the back of Bagnaia, of Binder.
Can they all just bunch up a bit more? That'd be lovely.
Evident that this is one of these cursed tracks for Pecco. Yeah, it really is. He's not done that well here at all.
Oh, yeah, where is he?
Pecco, falls. Not on the podium for the first time this year. Somebody different to the results it is.
And for some reason, it's Morbidelli, who last year was allergic to the podium.
Yeah, well, he had that terrible start, didn't he?
He was allergic to the top 10.
He had that accident into pre-season testing at Portimao, and Marc Marquez literally saved his life because of his tongue and that loss. Marc put him in the safety position, make sure his tongue was
When was this?
Last year in testing it. Morbidelli at the exit, Portimao over the jump. Came off the bike, slammed down hard. Marc was next to the track, he stopped, got Morbidelli into the recovery position, made sure his tongue was all right and everything, took care of him because Morbidelli was really badly injured. He missed the opening 2 races of the season, if you remember. And then
I remember not being there.
He missed both pre-season tests and was really bad in the opening 2 races of the season because he hadn't ridden the bike at all. And that wasn't even at testing, it was at the Ducati test day where they were going around on normal Ducati bikes, road bikes.
Lucky Mark was there.
Yeah, Alex was next on scene as well, but the camaraderie with the riders.
Either way, he's got his saviours.
I think that would be a really sweet podium, actually, if it is the way it is. As we take a look at a replay of Alex Marquez, just looking behind to see where Mark is, look, and he changes the visor strip mid-lean angle. Alex!
That's the equivalent of throwing a turtle in Mario Kart.
Mid-lean angle to do that is seriously impressive.
Have a visor strip.
You wouldn't expect to see that coming off at a lean angle through turn 1.
He'd just say, what's he? Oh my goodness.
That's actually quite, it's not dangerous, but it's a bit risky because Mark's only 3 tenths behind him, so it would have flown at Mark.
I think that was his plan. That's why he looked behind, just like, where is he?
I go out to the inside line of Pedro Acosta for 8th place, down into turn 4, and he's got him. But he's run too deep, and Acosta switches back.
Honestly, that is karma because he did not give Acosta enough room to actually stretch his leg out.
Yeah, the doctor's angle couldn't be done, could it? So I'm surprised that Acosta actually managed to make the corner as well. And the trail break he was having to have. Lap 15 then of 25 here for the MotoGP Grand Prix of Argentina. Possibly the last. Alex Marquez leads by 2.5 tenths of a second. Brother Mark Oh, Mark does a second save of the weekend. He did that on Friday in practice. One, he saved it again. A major twitch coming through turn 9.
That would be the visor strip.
And he's barely lost any time. He's only lost 2 tenths. How does he do that? Look at it. Mark nearly completely lost it. Elbow down, and this bike just nearly gave out on him.
I like to think that it must have hit him. Simply because it will be funny.
We'll have to see if there's a replay of that, actually. But the first time Mark got compromised by visor strip. But that was another...
I wonder if he hit a wet patch.
That was another superhuman, alien save for Marc Marquez.
He was leading as well.
Yeah.
It's like, how does he save it when he's leading? How does he get his shoulder and top arm all the way down as well sometimes?
Well, we call...
Wait, no, he's tried it as well. He's tried it.
We've had Casey Stoner, Petro Acosta, Valentino Rossi, Jorge Lorenzo. They were the true aliens of MotoGP. Marc Marquez, often referred to the amount of surgeries and metal that is inside him. He very much is the Terminator, and he's just saved another big slide. It's robot-like reactions.
Somewhere, Martin's just sensed that.
Yeah.
It's like, who's stealing my title?
Martinator as well. He'll be back.
Hasn't both Martin and Mark tried the shoulder thing?
Well, they've both done their shoulder problem, yeah.
No, I mean like on
the shoulder down. Yeah,
yeah.
during Barcelona.
I think one of them, I can't remember which one it was, so one of them saw the other one do it and then tried it and then did it.
Mark did it, and then Martin saw it and he did it the next lap. Just say, anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah,
He was really pushing himself. Now, is this Mark going to overtake Alex because he's now got his tyres fine to the end of the race?
He's angry about the visor strip.
Into turn 1. It's just a repeat of Thailand. I've never seen a race weekend so similar before. Well, that's how Acosta's just dropped a couple of places there.
That's weird.
Yeah, behind
Must have gone wide.
Brad and Aguirre. So he's down to 9th now. Mir in 10th.
You know, I wonder whether one of them's going to crash out.
Yeah. I think so. Adam says Megan with the papaya hat. Just keeping it in.
Always.
You need a coat stand in here, doesn't he? That's done.
Well, we break them a lot. This family can't keep a coat stand to save their lives.
No, but ironically enough, we can keep old stuff.
Yeah.
Junk.
That doesn't break.
My fan's in here and it's perfectly good. I just stored it in
Why
here.
is it here?
It got moved for Christmas and it hasn't gone back up yet, but it is getting warmer, so that fan's going back in over the week. I'm going to redo in the room, aren't we? Unless I need to buy a new computer. Hopefully there's a lead.
Let's start with the lead and see what happens.
Yeah, we can return the lead, can't we?
Yes.
Look at Marc Marquez visibly closing now on the back of Alex. The gap is 95 thousandths of a second. He's going for it. Twitching. Shaking. Still can't do it. He's too far back.
He's just like, I can do it, I can do it. No, I can't.
Wait for me, I got little legs. Mark is smaller than Alex. Alex is the taller of the two.
It is always the same with siblings who, like, for example, Kellyanne and I.
Yeah.
She's smaller than I am.
I think me and David is roughly the same height.
Yeah, but you are slightly
No,
taller. The older one is always the smaller one.
I'm just...
Most of the time.
It could just be my back. Because I've got good posture.
Yes.
Whereas David's got his hip.
I have mixed posture.
Don't worry, that chair's going back to my brother.
Ow, that hurt.
Megan's cracked her back and she's hurt herself. Mark,
No, it's where that Hoover fell on me.
Mark saved a bunch of weights in muscle mass in his body. Oh, there he goes up the inside, but he's running too deep. Alex gets the cut back inside of 4. And that's Mark making an error.
He's been Marquez.
Marc Marquez has been out-Marquezed by Alex Marquez. Brother knows best.
The father does not know whether to cheer or to boo. Yay, boo!
Richest man in MotoGP right now is Jules Marquez.
He's just like, I don't know whether to laugh or to cry.
I like here what Shakram said. It's not the Ducati Cup. It is correct. It's the Marquez Cup. It's just this is what it's going to be like all year long. They've pulled out 2 seconds to Morbidelli. Come on.
That's because Morbidelli just doesn't want to be involved in whatever family drama they've got going on.
The thing is, I know that these two are going to be smiling like crazy because they've wanted to do this for years and have never had the opportunity. The first time they were teammates together in MotoGP in 2020, Mark crashed out in a ref and was out for the season. Then they were teammates again in 2021 and it didn't work out at all because Mark spent most of the season off. Then they finally got to be teammates and actually raced together in the same team last year. And it was all right, but they were never always wheel to wheel. Now, Mark's onto the main team, but they've got the same bike. Effectively, they're in the Ducati family, so they are teammates and they're brothers. And finally, they can race together. And they are going to be loving this.
I bet when Alex got the cup back, Mark was just thinking, you little.
Just like, I didn't teach you to do that.
It's like, who have you been training with if it isn't me?
It's like watching Michael Schumacher and Ralph Schumacher when they went head-to-head a couple of times. Canada in 2001 comes to mind as well. One thing that I was expecting to happen at some point this year was one time at Barcelona, Ralph and Michael ran into each other and Barrichello cut to the inside and took the pair of them. I'm expecting Bagnaia to do something similar very soon. He already tried it earlier on in the season. Vinales up to 14th. Quartararo down now to 15th as well. Jack Miller stays in 13th position. 6 to go after this.
I love how both of them have their names on their backs, even though, like, they're not the same team anymore. They still both have very similar things on their actual suits.
It's not charging that quickly.
What isn't?
The phone.
Why?
No, it's supposed to be a fast charger. It's not charging that quick. I'll try it with a different connector later.
Okay.
May need to return both. Just testing them out. Lap 20 to 25. Yeah, we've got leads galore problems up here in the comms box.
I had to buy a new lead this week. It was bent. Don't know how that happened.
Amy's rabbit bit through mine.
Yeah, which was actually quite timely, come to think of it.
I keep telling you we've got leads galore. What's happening here then? They were teammates last year at Guassini and Repsol Honda 2020, though they only competed together in the season opener, yeah. They've been waiting for this opportunity to run together in actual concession together with the racing, and that's what we're having now. Is it me or has Mark backed off a little bit?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I feel like he's staying behind. Like he's got mixed feelings. Just like, do I give my brother the win? Or do I not?
I don't think it's giving, because look, he's had a go. This is another incident for Mark. Yeah, it is. Mark did go wide at 4 again. 2nd time running.
It'd be hilarious if he was sabotaging himself without even realising.
I've just seen the football results for the Carabao Cup. Very interesting. I won't spoil it if you're a football fan. If you're a MotoGP fan, here we go again. Mark's closed back in. Into turn 13, trying to try around the outside. He's getting the inside cut back, nearly takes out the rear tyre of Alex. You can hear the music pumping in the background. We've got 5 laps to go here. A little bit of a wobble from Alex.
Come on, Alex, tie up 5 more laps.
Into turn 1. Mark's going to have him this time by. It's the same as Thailand.
Oh, please don't.
No, he's going to have him. He's going to have it. He'll be down into turn 4. Bagnaia's now closing these 2 downers, closing down Morbidelli, and he'll close them down quick. Here we go. Mark's going to get the exit out of turn 3, down the backstretch. 0.69 of a mile. Alex won't be able to defend this. Mark's on the attack again. A repeat of Thailand, ladies and gentlemen. Same corner, same tactic. At the inside.
Ooh!
And Marc Marquez takes the lead. It's a repeat from Thailand. Can Alex fight back, or is his tyres gone?
Can you let your brother have 1 win?
Let the rookie win.
Yeah.
Alex is not letting him go, though. He is staying on the back here. But Morbidelli's, what was he, 3.2 back. I'm surprised at this from Mark. I really am. We knew it was coming, but he's lulling everybody into a false sense of security and then just going for it.
Currently, their father is just running down the pit lane.
Yep, back to the red we go.
It'd be hilarious if we actually saw him in the red one after.
It'll be next time out in America. Yeah.
Oh!
Where are we going next? America. Who's king of that track? Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
That wobble.
He jumped it, didn't he, Mark? King of Kota is Marc Marquez. King of the Saxon Ring as well. So King of the Ring in Germany later on this year, same day as the British Formula 1 Grand Prix.
Let's hope Alex doesn't want to turn it into a Shakespeare play.
Saxon Ring. And it is the final race at Terminus. I'll be a bit disappointed. It does give us an entertaining race.
It does.
Mark is just biding his time. Shakan's laughing. No one wants their little brother to beat them, says Jelly Spawn. He will let Alex win after the summer break. Yeah.
When I'm confident that I'll win the championship, you can have a win.
Cautiously, wildly. Marc Marquez will win again, it looks like.
Unless he suddenly crashes out.
Lining up to be his 64th career victory in the Premier class. You know what they can do, can't you? Yeah, really going for it.
Just say it could happen.
Been consistent now, hasn't he? Always in the 138s.
Yeah, true.
That one obviously doesn't count. Even when he's gone wide, he's been in the 138s. That's some serious
Skill.
Mark, yeah.
Yeah.
Where is Gemma Pinto? I haven't seen her on Instagram on the Ducati paddock this year. I'm not sure, actually. Mark always uses the final moment to make his move.
Maybe she's on holiday.
I don't know where Gemma is, actually. I think I saw her earlier on in the paddock.
Maybe she's hiding.
Over the line. And 3 laps to go. Mark's pulled out a second to Alex now. Well, it was an exciting race up for a moment.
Kind of makes me want Mark to crash.
We're already back to that, are we? 2019 repeat, is it?
Say not badly, just like, do you know one of those where they drop the bike and then have to pick the bike back up again? Just so that Alex can have the win.
Can you see all the flies that I was on about?
Yeah. I wonder if one can get in his visor.
You're going around this. Look at the helmet and all the guts on it as well. Literally, this is the only race on the calendar that you finish going.
How are they in my mouth? I'm wearing a helmet.
Some drivers actually wear balaclavas for this race only to keep their mouth guard.
Do you know what? I would.
But
I would wear one.
No, I would.
I wear one anyway.
Formula 1 drivers do it, but MotoGP riders don't like wearing balaclavas.
I suppose it restricts the movement a bit. Like with the red.
There we go. Slip on the inside line. Mark making the move again.
Okay, it's annoying me now. Can he take off his visor? Like the visor strip? Because it's just full of guts.
1,000 ants. Make it boy style. Oh
Like,
dear.
He must not be able to see that well.
To be fair, if you want to talk about Rick and Morty, you know that thing where it's two brothers, alien, Mexican, armada in space? Yeah, it's just called Two Brothers. MotoGP, just called Two Brothers.
Yeah, true.
But the Argentine fans love Marc Marquez as a Mark Webber wannabe down there. 2 to go.
Or maybe it's just in deep disguise. If I look enough like me trying to look like me, they won't know it's me.
Simon Patterson has just said, very disappointed that Alex put his championship cap on and thought about the 20 points. He's taking the 20 points. He's securing the championship second place at the moment and putting the pressure on Mark. It's still the early races though. By the time we get to Jerez, that's going to be that's always the change, isn't it?
One of them's going to have crashed out.
If we do go to Jerez, that is.
Yeah.
Because currently we're still unsure if that track will be ready after the severe flooding. Thoughts impressed everybody in the Jerez region. In Anglo-Nita circuit. But yeah, if it does go on, Megan will be here in the commentary box and I'll be at Donington Park in between the touring car races. It's going to happen a few times this year.
Leaving me alone again.
I completely missed the French Grand Prix, I believe. Brands Hatch has very bad signal, let's not forget.
I would like you to be aware that this year is the year I start my dissertation.
I'm aware. I'm not going that much. I'm not going that far, don't worry.
Do you know what I'm thinking about putting it on?
Formula 1?
I was thinking about putting it as like countries which use sports washing as a way to distract from the human rights violations and ethical violations, which yes includes Formula 1.
The FIA president will have a field day with you on that one.
And my teacher Sarah, she's the one who put it in my mind. She mentioned like, oh, I would have thought you would have done it on
This Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, literally, like Saudi Arabia. I was like, I could. So that's my only idea right now.
I love what TNT Sports Spike have just said. His brother will be cursing him. Damn him! Last lap anyway of a bizarre Argentine Grand Prix. One good thing, it's done before NASCAR. I encourage you all to join us on NASCAR. Myself, Josh T, Jack, and Jake Sanson will be joining us. Yes, it's the 4 J's take on Las Vegas. It's a flush of jokers. Sin City puts us all on for NASCAR tonight. Battle for 5th still brewing between Zarco and Digintonio. Well, here we go again. Is Digi going to have a little look on the inside line? Zarco's going to be defending this one like crazy for a great result for Honda here. Digi's going on the inside. Zarco can't defend it. It's into the... Also, Zarco's going to give it a fair old whack, isn't he? Last corner coming up. Marc Marquez exits the last corner. Looks behind. Points to Alex. It's 2 out of 2 and 4 out of 4. Alex says, well, can't win them all. A handshake between them. But Marc Marquez wins the Argentine Grand Prix. And did Digi get Zarco? Yes, he did.
Woohoo! It's
3rd and 5th for VR46. It's a Ducati top 5.
Oh, but remember the family.
Zarco is in 6th, and Franco Morbidelli gets his first podium. As I mentioned, Angelito a few moments ago, as Marc Marquez equals him with 3rd most wins across all classes with 90. Marc Marquez, his 64th MotoGP win, but his 90th Grand Prix victory in motorcycle racing at the track that adore him. Thomas de Rio Hondo is Marc Marquez's. He wins the Argentine Grand Prix.
It'd be funny if it fell off though.
Alex Marquez in 2nd, and a welcome return to the podium for Franco Morbidelli after all the lows of last year. It's a high here in Argentina, and alongside him on the podium, the 2 men who came to his aid after his accident at Portimao and made sure he was okay. It is a truly lovely podium that is going to mean so much in the emotions. Mark, I can't believe it. Not the first time he's done back-to-back races. The last time he did that, of course, was San Marino and Emilia Romagna a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Or was it Aragon to Emilia or San Marino?
One of them.
One of the 2, yeah. But either way, back-to-back. Well, last year did he do back-to-back as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's done it again, but it's just 2019 all over again. It's been a long season, isn't it?
Well, let's hope it's not entirely like 2019.
He's dominated 2 Grand Prix, 2 sprints, 4 races so far, and it's the same 1-2 across all of them. It's maximum points for the Marquezes. This year's race will just be renamed the Marquez Championship.
The intro will just be them 2.
It's not MGP for MotoGP, it's Marquez GP. The intro is just them putting on all the funny outfits of every other rider walking out. Alex Marquez as Alex Marquez. Pecco Bagnaia as Alex Marquez. 3rd in the championship though for Pecco still, 43 points. He's having a tough start, isn't he?
He is.
He thought he'd be running away with this championship, getting a 1 over on the new boy, a past it man, he thought of Mark. But Mark is far from past it.
He's thinking, what happened to me?
1,414 days later. 1414.
Ah, must be his lucky number.
You should change it from 21. Blackjack.
Yeah.
That's a good story. It's a good news story for MotoGP.
Still a multiple of 7.
It is, yeah. 14, 21.
Anyone else have
7,
14?
14, 21, yeah. Megan, your closing thoughts?
I thought it was a good race.
First time since Mazzano 2 last September that Bagnaia has not been on the podium
No.
on a main Grand Prix Sunday. Of course, he won 10 races last year, Bagnaia, and wasn't the world champion. This is what I told you about. He's not that great.
You know what I think Martin is thinking right now? I leave for a bit and you stop winning things and getting points.
It's one of those days, isn't it? Well, Megan, closing thoughts from you before we let you go?
That the Marquezes might crash into each other.
Yeah, pretty much. What do you reckon for America? Well, we all know who's going to win it.
I think it will be a challenge.
But Mark's circuit.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Cheers, Megs. See you next week. Right, let's head down then as the brothers embrace. Let's head down to TNT.
That's a great shot. Perfect timing.
I'm an only child, so I can't really say. What would it be like if your brother, if you're Alex Marquez in this situation?
I don't know. It's a tricky one, isn't it? It is. I don't know. I think Alex Marquez is living the dream right now. I actually do. Because this is the closest he's ever been to the phenomenon that is his brother. Look at the flies on his back.
Can it continue? Well, we know he likes Thailand, we know he likes it here. He was on pole last time we came, Alex.
Yeah, I think Alex Marquez will have gained, will be growing in confidence.
He and Frankie are on last year's bike, shall we say.
And I think Frankie's on leathers from about 5 years ago.
They have outdone a couple of factory bikes there, haven't they, in Bagnaia and Di Gian Antonio, but it is a Ducati top 5. Credit for Johan Zarco, 6th, only 7 seconds behind. Bear in mind, Binder 7th, 14 seconds behind. Agura 8th, right with Brad. Pedro Costa 9th, Joan rounding out the top 10. And then your points, Marini 11th, Rins 12th, top Yamaha there. Vinales 13th, Jack Miller 14th, and Fabio Quartararo rounding out the points in 15th place. I just think if I was Alex, I'd hate my brother a little bit.
No, but do you know what I mean? I think Alex has always been well aware that his brother is the freak that is super special.
And there'll be a certain amount of family pride, won't there? But no, neither of them have given an inch to it.
No, not at all.
I just hear people might say that, you know, someone's relinquished or whatever.
Not at all.
All they'll do is probably just be clean.
Yeah.
Which I have to say, Mark telegraphed his passes today.
Of course. And Alex didn't get a chance to have a go back.
Frankie rounds the final corner. And the VR46 team can finally celebrate with him. I'm really pleased for Frankie. Been a lot of detractors. I was included, because there have been some disappointing results over the last few years. The Yamaha was a struggle in the end.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact number, but he finished something like 19th in the world 1 year, 17th the year after, 18th the year after that. It was like, that will feel good.
Celestino Vietti down there after his podium earlier. Pablo Nieto, Fidelio Guevara, there's Ucho.
Mino as well.
Yeah, of course, Mino. The legend that is. Andrea Mino, who's on the podium here a couple of years ago, wasn't he? As a standing rider.
Good call going with a soft.
Yeah.
It worked. It give him a slight advantage.
Especially early in the race, didn't it? And then he could manage it. Really good to see. velodrome. I've seen Red Bull cans not necessarily used for their purpose, but obviously feeling it on the forearms, wrestling that KTM.
If he's feeling it on the forearms, can you imagine that all the training he does, all the riding he does?
The Grassini team transformed, aren't they, over the last couple of years?
Yeah. It's been fantastic, actually, the Grassini team.
Obviously, since the sad
all this, If you Pecco Bagnaia, you can hear this going on.
But you think Enea Bastianini, you know, the successes they had with him after Fausto's death. Yeah, it's brilliant. Right, let's hear from the man. First podium in 4 years for Frankie.
Nice leathers.
Frankie, huge congratulations to return to the podium here in South America after everything you've been through, and to do it in the colours of VR46. What are your emotions like right now?
It's beautiful because the team has a connection with this place. I have a connection with this place, and it's wonderful to have this kind of performance today and this kind of podium today on this track. It was beautiful.
Great to see you sambaing again. Congrats.
Thank you. Bye, porra!
Yeah, I don't think many people would have been putting him in their sweepstake or fantasy team before the race today. So full credit to Frankie, back on the box in MotoGP. Long time since those heady days. Of course, when he was battling for the championship in 2020, and then his teammate went on and won it. 21. Alex Marquez, penny for your thoughts. Alex, come on. How are you feeling?
Alex, a quite brilliant ride. You left everything out there, pushing Mark all of the way. Just how pleased are you to finish with second?
Yeah, so happy. You know, I eat all the mosquitoes. It was full of mosquitoes everywhere. I mean, but yeah, when Mark went a little bit wide on turn one, I say, okay, I can lead, I have the rhythm, so I go for it. I know that behind somebody you save a lot of time, especially here on turn 6, turn 11 and all that. And later on, you know, I was trying just to control the gap with the second group, trying to be really consistent, trying to be in a high gap and high rhythm, sorry. So I give my everything, and yeah, finally Mark overtook me. I tried when he go wide a little bit on turn 5 to push again. I did a 38.3 there, but it was impossible to keep him behind. But really happy. I think we were closer than ever here for my first win, so we need to keep going like that. And yeah, we are working really good, so thanks to the team for all the support, and shout to Nadia that she's at home.
Brilliant effort. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, huge congratulations. Just explain, Neil, what he meant there, how saving time by being behind someone, how's that work?
Yeah, it sounds strange, doesn't it? But when you're behind someone on the long accelerating corners, you can allow the rider in front to burn their tyre, pull a bit of a gap on you. They, in turn, use more tyre, and then you just close in on the brakes on the next corner. And it's one of the sort of tactics you do on one of these sorts of tracks. So
could he have risked them going back behind Mark?
Yeah, the problem is because Mark's so difficult to pass, you don't get many opportunities, do you?
Another success in Ducati Red for Marc Marquez. 2 sprint wins and now 2 Grand Prix wins to his name.
Mark, 4 starts, 4 wins, but it felt like Alex pushed you as hard as ever today. Just how hard was that to get the victory, and how special is it to join Angel on 90 victories as well?
Yeah, I mean, super happy to achieve or to equal Angel Nieto, and this victory is for him and for all his family, because he was and is super important for Spanish motorcycle world, and also in the World Championship he won a lot of times, and yeah, pleasure to equal him, honor, but part of that today the race was amazing. Today I push. I go out, and from the beginning the confidence was not super good with the rear. I had a few problems there, but yeah, then I saw that Alex was pushing, was controlling the race, And yeah, I say, okay, P2 today will be okay. But in the end, I start to feel better and better. I start to feel less pushing on the front, and then with the used tire was better. Difficult to attack your brother. I tried one time and I released the brakes because I don't know if it was sure to stop the bike. But then on the second time I prepared a little bit better. But super impressed about the level of Alex during these 2 races.
An incredible ride. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, we'll have a look at those 2 moments in a moment. But, Michael, do you think Valentino offered a podium bonus to Frankie Morbidelli today? Because what a sensation he was.
Yeah, something fired Frankie up. He's been looking good all weekend, under the weather, and actually felt quite ill yesterday afternoon, but he sounded quite positive on the grid and opted for the soft tyre and made it work. Fair play.
Wasn't that incredible, actually? The soft tyre, they both seemed to make it work. And against the factory Ducatis, it was really interesting how that panned out.
Yeah, even Digi, watching his lap times, he was matching Mark over the last 5 laps to catch up to Zarco. Not far off Pecco, really. Full credit to VR46 to take the gamble and for it to work with both riders. I don't think they thought Frankie was the podium man today. They thought it was coming from Digi, but you never rule out Frankie. We know he's such a placid character. He gives nothing away, but when he's on form, he's sensational.
Yeah, well, Uccio did sort of flag up Frankie as his guy, so it was just fantastic. I mean, the noise when they came in, VR46 was so much louder than both the factory Ducati team and the Gresini team. But let's have a look on track then, and the moment in lap 5 when Alex was able to take Mark for the lead. And talk to us about tyre saving and how Alex could even play this any different.
Yeah, obviously Alex said whenever the gap was there to Mark made a mistake, opened the door, Alex had to take it. Then he got to the front and just got his head down. This was a mistake from Mark at this point, as he said he didn't feel too good with the rear tyre, struggling to stop the bike a little bit. So then Alex goes to the front, and he did run a really strong pace, and Mark admitted he was thinking, I'm going to settle for second today, but the dynamic changed as the race went on.
He was never settling for second.
No.
There was moments, though, and there was a big moment on lap 16, I think it was, where we all went, ooh.
Yeah, as he said, he was probably more careful than ever. This moment through turn 11, we've seen it similar in qualifying, but this one caught him out a little bit more, even more ragged than we've seen earlier in the weekend. This point is where he makes his time. He tries to turn really aggressively at lean angle, so then he's more upright, driving towards the last turn. But you can see the rear tyre just wasn't giving him the sensations he's had throughout practice and qualifying. And it can sometimes be the case that it does take a long time to really kick in, and then at the end it did seem like he had a bit of grip. But I do think at this point he was thinking, I maybe don't have enough grip to find a way cleanly past my brother.
Well, he did have that failed pass, which he talked about there, didn't he, lap 19, and he said he set up better the next time because he knew he had to, because Alex was so good today.
Yeah, exactly. This was from a little bit too far back, and as he said, he released the front brake to avoid contact with his brother. Went wide, set it up, and then the next time around he knew how to execute it better. But yeah, you can see he was riding more fair with Alex than he probably would with anyone else on the grid, but he still was calculating, knew he had a few opportunities, knew they had a big gap over Frankie, and yeah, had the wherewithal to let go of those brakes, not risk tucking the front, let Alex back through and then go again.
Let's have a look then at lap 21 and that pass that put Mark back in the driving seat for this one.
Yeah, he got a much better run through turn 3. Done it all with a slipstream. He pulled out of the draft and then braked alongside Alex momentarily, but you can see how it slingshots you faster into the turn. So all the hard work was done through 3, then you run through the kink at 4 and set it up in the brakes into turn 5. So all he had to do here, unfortunately, they did pan off to the crowd, but it looked like he was on the rear brake.
I actually heard with the football result, close your eyes and ears if you don't want to know, Newcastle won. They haven't won something like that for about 50 years. They panned to Anton Deck.
Oh, really?
So, you'll let our director off.
But yeah, at this moment I thought Mark might go wide and let the opportunity open for Alex to cut back. But yeah, you can see as he crosses the line, what a feeling it must be to be 1-2 with your brother in the championship, 1-2 in every race, 1-2 in qualifying. They're in such dominant form at the moment.
They really are, and it seems like Alex is building in confidence. I don't know if this is wishful thinking to keep this battle going and keep pushing and pushing his brother, but when do you think we can see Alex on the top? They're like twins, aren't they?
They are. I don't think it's going to happen in Texas. We know it's such a good circuit for Mark. I think in Qatar, that's where Pecco comes back into the fight. That is a tough circuit for Mark and Alex. Could possibly be stronger than Mark there. So yeah, at the moment it is all Marc Marquez. It's the Mark show, the Marquez brothers show really. But yeah, a long way to go and a lot can change.
The Marquez machine is trundling on, isn't it? So what about Pecco today? He'd be disappointed with not being on the podium.
Yeah, still his best race result ever around here. He's only had a 5th before the sprint yesterday, getting 3rd. But yeah, giving away a few too many points, unfortunately. He will be a little bit annoyed not to be on the box.
There he is then, in his grubby leathers. We love it. Franco Morbidelli. Let's hand over to Gav for the podium.
They do, don't they? Just look a little bit grey. Yeah, but it seems to have done the business, doesn't it, for Frankie this weekend? A relaxed set of leather, shall we say, as Alex and then Mark step up onto the podium. Another 1-2, just looking at my notes. First to first in 4 separate events for Mark, second to second for Alex Marquez. Perfect start to the year for Ducati. Already taking the commanding lead in the Constructors' Championship. 74 points to 29 for Aprilia. Honda 3rd on 26. Frankie Morbidelli, this will taste sweet. Down in South America, and he's back on the box for the first time in nearly 4 years. Alex Marquez did everything he could today. Led for so many laps, but it's another second-place trophy. You feel like there is a win coming, but it wasn't to be today. It is another Marquez weekend, but it's Mark who prevails yet again. Only just on this occasion, Alex pushed him all the way, but the big brother reigns supreme in Termas once again. Marc Marquez, winner of the Grand Prix of Argentina. A perfect start to the year so far for him and for the Ducati factory team. Hopefully soon we will get the Spanish national anthem.
Champagne time here at Termas de Rio Hondo. Marc Marquez, Alex Marquez and Franco Morbidelli, your podium. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time when MotoGP kicks off at the Grand Prix of the Americas at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. We'll be live for all the practice sessions on JB Motorsports 2, the qualifying, Tissot Sprint and Grand Prix on JB Motorsports. Next up, it's NASCAR. Join us for that in 5 minutes. From us all here, bye for now.